What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all checking in with me, man. You know what they say, good things come to those who wait. Sorry for the wait, y'all. You know, today, man, we got a nice hot topic tonight, man. I'm telling you. I appreciate y'all for who was waiting. Like I said, we're gonna be touching on something crazy. Like I said, pause. We're talking about Lonzo Ball, why he's not a 3&D guy, and why his potential is so much more. Not only are we going to be talking about that, but we got a special guest this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Um, definitely, I want to welcome this gentleman here. I've seen his growth. I just seen him go from 300, 400, 500, 1,000. You understand too? Not to where he's at right now. I mean, the work ethic is impeccable. I'm talking about over 233 videos and counting. Like I said, his work ethic is unmatched. You understand every single night, representing a front line and a movement in the new media. You understand not only a movement, but a family, a true family in the new media, like I stated before. Um, Without further ado, it's an honor and a privilege, to welcome DJ's Raw and Uncut Truth, the Flight Sports TV. How you doing, my brother?
Peace, my brother. All praise to the Most High.
Word.
Uh, and shout out to you, man. And thank you for your patience. A lot of brothers would just, give up, but you wanted this interview, and I'm all about helping the brothers out.
Right.
And and I like what you're doing, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We repping new media. It's a movement. It's a family. We're trying to build brothers and sisters together, and this should be a good conversation.
Right, definitely. Before we get into the topic, like I said, how long you been doing YouTube?
Well, if you look at my bio, I've done YouTube in 2018, but it was only sparingly.
Right.
Like I would make a video. My old videos, which is not there anymore, I probably would have made 2 videos out of a month or so, and then I stopped doing it for 2 years. And then at this past summer of 2020, I got back in the game. And if you look at my oldest videos, you see it's not that much far off. Like my first video coming back was 800 views. I figured out that I gotta be smart with this YouTube game. I gotta understand what a fan would think, because I'm a fan too. We're all fans.
Absolutely.
We're human beings. So I had to improve myself and improve my quality. And I gave the people what they want.
Yeah.
It takes patience to grow YouTube.
Absolutely. You're not lying about that. Patience, like I said, and that's the key. You got to be patient with this thing. I definitely appreciate you for checking in with me. Where you from, Absam? Where you from? We coming from Long Island, New York.
Yeah, shout out to NY. I'm originally from Houston, Texas. And then I moved out here to Washington State.
Oh, wow. Oh, you way out there. Shout out to Houston.
Yeah.
Like I said, from New York to Houston to Washington State. I appreciate, like I said, you touch on a whole lot of topics as well. And I see we kind of have some similarities in content. That a lot of my viewers, they were telling me we needed to connect. It was definitely, I was just happy that I reached out and you actually, got up with me, like you stated. A lot of people can act Hollywood in your position, but I got to give you credit. You wasn't on that. And I respect you for that, definitely. Well, let's just kind of get into the topic, man. Let's get straight to business, man. I'm kind of in a conundrum of some of my family in here. We a family here as well. A lot of my guys, we all in a pickle right now. With this whole Lonzo Ball Pelican situation. I obviously last year, getting traded under Alvin Gentry. It was up and down, but he showed flashes of a potential all-star. And then now this season is like a complete collapse. Not only him, but collectively as a unit. What are some of the things that you feel is hindering his growth? And what are we seeing right now? Understand Van Gundy, new coach.
Well, I'm gonna keep it raw because that's part of my moniker, DJ's Raw and Cut Truth. what I've seen from Lonzo is his soul is gone, his basketball spirit is gone. And I made a video on this days ago. I said if Lonzo is not traded, this is not good for him. This is not good for his morale in basketball. And I had someone on my channel say, well, he can just wait till the end of the year. I said, if you do that, it's over. It's not. He can still be a good player because he's an elite defender.
Right.
But if he keeps playing with the team, he plays. We got a nickname for Bi. We respect Bi, but we call him 21-second Bi because he got to have the ball all the time. Lonzo's playing like a 3&D player. He's not having joy. You look at him on the bench. It's like the game of basketball is not fun to him anymore, and that's what's worrying me. He has to go to a winning team. He has to go to the Clippers, anybody.
Right.
And I'm a Laker fan, and I don't like the Clippers, but somewhere where he can be himself.
Absolutely. I definitely think. What do you think about? Because there's a lot of teams in the mix that you hear rumor wise. Obviously the Clippers. What's your thoughts on? I'm a native New Yorker. What's your thoughts on the dynamic with the New York Knicks? Do you feel like something like that could work? What's your thoughts?
Good. Is my mic too bad?
I
Brother?
mean,
Is the mic okay?
it's a little static. I'm not sure if the people, DJ Mike Crack and Flat. I mean, I can hear you. Some of the viewers. I mean, if there's no way you could rectify it, like I said, we'll just take it any way we can get it. Pause. You know what I mean? And like I'm just saying, So like I said.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not really tripping off it. Hopefully, the viewers aren't tripping off. If it's too much of an issue, definitely get in the comment section and let's politic this out. But like I said, we really didn't get to Stan Van Gundy. Do you feel like Stan Van Gundy is attributing to this? Because we also seen last season under my man Gentry, we seen flashes. You don't think Stan Van has anything to do with this? I didn't hear you mention Stan.
Stan Van Gundy, I think he likes Lonzo.
Okay.
I just don't. It's a fit. Like he's not a bad guy. He's an experienced coach. It's just that his system offensively is not good for Lonzo's skill set.
Right.
And there must be a change. That's why I pointed out he has to be traded. It's the only way you're going to get the best out of Lonzo. Because if he stays there, man, it's a no-go.
Right.
And it'd be a no man's land.
Absolutely.
Now we know that Lonzo, like we stated in this video earlier, has elite defense. We get that. But he has to be on the offense where he could be a point guard. I'm tired of seeing him being a 3&D player. That's not his game. And it's really messing his mental capacity up. Something has to be done. If I'm Lonzo, I'm talking to Rich Paul. He's probably doing it right now. And I'm saying, get me to a team where I don't have to be the man. Let me just be a point guard for once. Let me be a point guard. Let me control something, not being in the corner waving and just hoping my teammates will give me the ball. Until he's traded, it's going nowhere. He must be free from the Pelicans. The Pelicans media don't like him. They talk about him every day. So it's best for both parties to let it be.
Right. Also, talking about the dynamic of the Pelicans, how do you feel fit wise? You obviously have two dual point guards in Eric Bledsoe. I'm not sure if that dynamic fits. What about the dynamic with Ingram and also Zion? I'm not sure if that dynamic fits. Also, we have veterans on the lineup that's not contributing much at all. JJ Redick has digressed. I don't know what the hell happened to Steven Adams. He was a former All-Star, for people that may have forgotten. It just seems like we all going crazy on the younger guys, but what's going on with some of the veterans? It seems like the whole roster is like a misfit, and we got issues all over the board. Can you touch on some of these things that may be plaguing this team and obviously hindering Lonzo Ball?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. We're going to start with David Griffin.
The
fact, though, David Griffin has gotten so much praise off what LeBron and Clutch Sports have done for Cleveland. And so he's getting that reputation, but he's been horrible in drafting. So in the first draft, his first year, the 4th overall pick, they traded. They could have gotten DeAndre Hunter, but really they could have got Cam Reddish,
Right.
who has a lot of potential. Can you imagine a lineup with Lonzo, Cam Reddish, B.I., Zion, and somebody else? And then in the second round, they could have got Bo and then passed on Bo.
Right.
And then this past draft, Sadiq Bey, who is doing really well right now, is one of the best shooters in this rookie class. Probably the best shooter.
Right.
They could have got him. They got a pint-sized point guard in Kira Lewis. And Kira Lewis, I think he's going to be a solid player. But Kira Lewis is Ish Smith. That's who he is. He's Ish Smith 2.0.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
So this team is just backwards, brother.
Right. It seemed like they are disrespecting Lonzo Ball. Like you said, they drafted a point guard. I'm not sure if people remember the Holiday trade. They actually brought in 2 guards and they end up letting George Hill go. But at one point, they damn near had 3 other point guards on the roster. It shows me and everybody with any basketball knowledge clear as day that this organization doesn't have the belief in Lonzo Ball. What's your thoughts on, like I said, them all these point guards in the lineup? Like, it just seems like Lonzo doesn't have any solid footing with this organization.
You know what? I had some criticism, my brother, when I said that any team that drafts extra point guards or acquires point guards while you're the starter, that's disrespect, and they don't respect you. They're like, oh, DJ, don't overreact. But look at it now. They're giving active roles to the bench players. First, Lonzo was getting minutes and being active. Now, he may get some minutes, but is he really playing point guard? No. But when Naw comes in, do you realize B.I. is able to let Naw be the point guard when he comes in there?
Right, yeah, that's crazy. That's unbelievable, man. A great.
Your own teammates don't respect you. I don't care. They say, oh, they're cool with Lonzo. But in the NBA, it's a dog-eat-dog world. You cannot trust everybody.
Absolutely.
Because Lonzo has been sacrificed. You know how Lonzo is. He's been making everybody look good. Look at Kuzma. Look at his past teammates.
Zubac.
He's done everything. Zubac. Yep. But they don't return the same favor. That's why I mentioned in my show, I was like, Lonzo has to cuss a brother out sometimes.
Right.
And they're telling me, oh, what if this hurts Lonzo? I'm like, he's already hurt.
Right.
He's not able to play point guard.
Absolutely. That was a great analogy you pointed out. I also have a saying that I say here at Flight Sports. Lonzo just got to piss on the hydrant. At some point, you got to mark your territory, and it seems like he just won't piss on the hydrant for some reason. But that's I will just save that for another day. Also, Lonzo does have a brother. You cover him very extensively in LaMelo Ball. I see some similar dynamics at place there. What's your thoughts on the development and the maturation process of LaMelo Ball over these small sample sizes of his rookie season? We all know the dynamics. Can you please break this down?
Yes, we see the talent that LaMelo possesses, the skill, the playmaking that he has. We also see that he can grow. The only problem is the Hornets. They act like a franchise that's like the Lakers, Celtics, but they're not. They're playing Devontae Graham so many minutes. This dude's listed at 6'1". I think he's 5'11". He's taking all the shots, missing all the shots, and getting barbecue chickened on defense every time because he's a miniature guard. And LaMelo, he can't even crack 25 minutes most nights. So everybody thought, oh, DJ's being too harsh. Oh, but look at what they're doing to the ball, brother.
Unbelievable.
He can't even play like a standard number 3 overall pick. He can't even be utilized like that.
Crazy.
And can you believe they try to tell me, brother, that they're trying to quote unquote protect LaMelo from what? What's the protecting?
Right. I don't see it either, man. Especially behind these two guys. I could see if they had maybe a Kyrie Irving or something like that, or if he was drafted with Golden State, a Steph Curry situation. But we talking about Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier. You understand?
Yeah, if he was with the Warriors, you wouldn't see me
Right.
complaining.
It would make sense.
And right, and he would have had more minutes with the Warriors.
Absolutely.
I think Steve Kerr would have used him more. It's just a travesty. I'm telling Charlotte fans right now, if they don't treat LaMelo right in these 4 years, he could be gone. You never know,
Right.
because he gonna remember all the stuff this organization did.
Right. You obviously seen the LeVar Ball's interview, and also speaking on LeVar Ball. Do you feel like LeVar Ball is contributing to some of these dynamics that's going on with the Ball brothers? Because it seems that they're not getting a fair shake in the league right now. It seems like LaMelo's showing flashes, but it seems like they trying to crush him. You understand? Do you feel like LeVar? What role does LeVar Ball play in all of this?
Well, let's be honest, my brother. We know that the NBA has politics. I'm not going to go in the deep end on it, but I will shed some truth. It's a percentage. So there is a percentage where let's prove a point.
Right.
A lot of these coaches are egomaniacs, man. They're trying to control the narrative. You got James Borrego, a.k.a. JB. He's always giving compliments to Devontae Graham, even if he played a shitty game. But LaMelo Ball, he's talking about he got to rebound this and defend this. But actually, LaMelo has shown to be a solid defender. He may not be Lonzo on defense, but he's not bad at all. He's definitely better than Tay Bay. That's my nickname for Devontae Graham. I call him Tay Bay. You know why? Because that's James Borrego's boo thing. That everything Devontae Graham does, it's no wrong in JB's eyes. When Devontae Graham had this was like the fourth or fifth game when he had like 20-some points, and they lost by a close score. The coach wasn't even mad.
Yeah,
he said that, man, that looked like old Tay right there. I said, ain't that a beat?
Right. Unbelievable. And it seems like they're so harsh on LaMelo Ball. You know, it seems like the leash is very short when it comes to LaMelo. Or a turnover here, they highlight that. You understand?
Exactly, man. You know, I feel bad for these brothers, man. They can't even like LaMelo. He can't even grow like a rookie.
Right.
You got Cole Anthony playing more minutes and being utilized more, and he's freaking 15th overall pick. And I may be wrong, but he's around there.
Yeah.
It's just not right. Do you know that the Hornets are above 500 when LaMelo and Miles Bridges play above 25 minutes?
Yes, I do know about that, and I also heard you bringing light to that on your channel as well. That's crazy. They definitely deserve to be starting. You understand? This is unbelievable.
But if you listen to these coaches and shines, they'll tell you about the mishaps and stuff. They're a rookie, and rookies are gonna mess up. But to grow in this game and to be a baller in this league, you had to play through the mistakes. You had to go roll with the punches. That's what happens when you're a losing franchise. The reason why the Hornets have LaMelo Ball is because they weren't good enough to make the playoffs.
Right.
So I don't want to hear nothing about the crappy players they have in their starting lineup.
Yeah.
Play the best players. That's all I ask for. You see, Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier, they've been balling. Right. So nobody has been saying anything about them. It's that Devontae Graham.
Yeah, they definitely need to switch that out, and definitely big shout outs to Gordon Hayward because he's definitely back in all-star form. I don't know if people have been watching, but he's back.
Exactly, man. And not to be off topic, but brother, I'm so glad to see you doing this with your channel.
Okay.
And you're actually smart. You're talking about Lonzo when it's not popular to talk about Lonzo.
Right.
So when shit hits the fan, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with your channel. Keep doing what you're doing, because when Lonzo gets traded, you're gonna be the consistent one. Everybody can be like, well, this brother has been talking about Lonzo for the good, the bad, the great things. So they will refer to your channel. You have your own style.
Right.
And I tell these brothers all the time, when you do YouTube, don't try to be everybody else. Be yourself, and they will enjoy who you are as a person.
Right. Absolutely. Definitely. I definitely got one of my. You speak before we get into it. I got my brother on the line that's about to jump in here, but I want to he gets in here. Can you break down what's the new media for the people that are not familiar with it? Can you shed some light on that?
Yes, new media is just the reverse of old media. We're a nation united media, meaning we're a band of brothers and sisters who come together to speak truth, to power, to speak that real, and to give a voice to the voiceless. That's what new media is all about. We're about building. Um, we're about the idea of everyone having a seat at the table. Because I tell people all the time, if we all get the same subs, why does it matter if someone is getting the same views as you?
Right.
You got the same subs. It really doesn't matter. But what y'all understand, what y'all gonna start realizing, when you message people to come on your shows, they're gonna act all Hollywood.
Right.
See, they're gonna act like they got 1 million subs when they just got like 20,000
Yeah.
or 40,000.
Absolutely.
But you brothers reached out to me. I had an obligation as a brother looking out for my own to be a part of someone's channel, so I can bring something different, man. So I could just be a man of my word.
Right. Definitely.
Because you see a lot of people, they could be like, they get to look, they look at your message and they'll be like, maybe this or that, and it'll probably be a year from now until you blow up.
Absolutely. Speaking of blowing up, I got my brother on the line. We connected, like I said, this Flight Sports TV, along with new media, it's worldwide. It's not just it's going beyond YouTube right now. But I got my brother on the line, Dom King. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's on YouTube. He's bringing content to the people. I definitely want to bring him into the live we got right now. Can you introduce yourself, my brother?
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you having me, Flight. It's always a pleasure to be on.
Absolutely.
So first and foremost, appreciate that. And then DJ, shout out to you as well, man. I'm just happy to be on and just talk about basketball. That's it.
Wow. So I'm gonna give you the floor, Dom. What you got? Anything for DJ? Let's talk basketball.
I mean, yeah, for sure. First and foremost, just back to the subject, man, specifically on Zoe, I definitely want to speak my 2 cents. When I look at Zoe and Flight DJ, if y'all want to piggyback off this point, but when I look at Zoe, man, I said this the other day. We got a top 10 passer in the NBA right now sitting in the corner. A top 10 passer. I'm talking about, this is a once in a generation passer that we see, and it's only a very few people in the league that could pull off that, style of play. All I'm asking for out of my dude Zoe is just to take it. Right? Stephen Gundy is not going to give it to you. We already know what BI is on right now. We already know that, Nickeil Alexander-Walker is out for his. Eric Bledsoe's out for his right now to a certain extent. Zion's going to be in the post. But, Zoe, you got to take it. You got a top 10 passer in the league. So I'm on piggyback off you guys' points and, let you guys both cook. But that's just my point of view.
Definitely. DJ, I'll give you the honors.
Bro, you guys are spot on, man. And I've been pointing this out earlier in my videos. Lonzo has to be a little more selfish because no one's going to look out for him. Let's keep it a buck now.
Right.
And he's got to attack. And they may think it's selfish, but who gives a damn? He's been unselfish ever since he came to the league, making sure everybody have the right stats, making sure they get to All-Stars and other accolades. He's been doing it. Now it's his time. he should worry about himself. The time of, well, maybe the team is going to look out for me. Maybe Stan Van Gundy, cut the crap. It's your time. He may have to switch it up, and it may be a game where he had to cuss out Bi and say, "Bro, we boys, but I'm the damn point guard. Let me be a point guard. Let me facilitate. You got to wave people off."
Right.
You see Nickeil Alexander? He did that to Bi. What did Bi do? Give him the damn ball.
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
Right, that's a great point. I also, I damn near can echo everything you just said, DJ. Also, I just keep resorting back to Stan Van Gundy because in the beginning of the season, he was talking about putting Lonzo in different situations, and obviously, I didn't know what the hell that meant, but now I'm starting to see what it meant. It meant taking the damn ball out of his hands, and it seems to be very ridiculous to me because, like I said, I just remember Van Gundy, the man just set Detroit Pistons back the next 5 years, and it seemed like he's trying to bring that damn shit over to New Orleans. He damn near could set New Orleans back the next 5 years if he keep screwing off like this. You understand? And like I said, I just keep going back to Stan Van because it seems like I said, it's a system thing. Nickeil, he does wave guys off, but I still see a similar pattern where the point guard comes down, dump it down to Ingram or Zion, get the hell in the corner, and then Lord knows what happens next. And it seems like a similar system. There's no other plays. That's the play. Give it to Ingram at the top of the key. Everybody spread the hell out. It just don't make sense to me. And like I said, this is catastrophic, and the Pelicans are in potential of really going on a serious losing streak. I don't think people know how serious this thing could get for the Pelicans.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Y'all both definitely speaking facts. I'm definitely getting to a point where I just want to see the Ball family thrive, right? From the outside looking in, what we see is potential, right? Potential for greatness, in various aspects. And I feel like behind the scenes, there's something going on that's pushing the narrative to not help them succeed as much, and that's a topic for another day. But I'm getting to a point where I see, in LaMelo Ball, I'm seeing a young and up and coming star who has been robbed of the opportunity to shine in different situations. When I'm looking at Zoe, I'm seeing a player who has a potential to be great, but hasn't really had the type of system that really believes in them. So I'm just getting to a point right now where I just want to see these guys thrive because I see a lot of potential.
Right. Okay. I got like 2 more questions before we close out. And I'll give the honors to DJ first to answer this question. What's more likely to happen? Lonzo Ball being traded at the deadline, or one of those guards in Charlotte being traded at the deadline to free up space for LaMelo Ball at the point guard position, starting wise? What's more likely to happen?
Look, the Lonzo being traded.
Right.
The reason why I say is that JB has a weird infatuation of Devontae Graham. It's very odd. Sometimes, most times, dumbfounded. And stupid teams are going to do the same stupid things. So I think the Hornets are the dumber team, and they're going to be the dumbest team around by sticking with Devontae. I don't see them trading him. If he is traded, it'd probably be the end of the season.
Yeah.
But I heard rumors, and I hope this is not true at all, because Rozier has been balling. I heard rumors that they'd rather trade Rozier.
I thought that because Rozier probably got more trade value. I thought Rozier would be first to go, but it's a tough situation.
Exactly. That's a scary part because Rozier is actually, believe it or not, been a better teammate than what Devontae.
Right. I think speaking of Rozier, is the unadulterated leader of this team, as I've been noticing. To me, he seems like the leader, like the vocal leader of this team. Obviously Hayward is the best pound for pound, I think, just visually, but I think Rozier is the leader of the team.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
Rozier is the smartest out of the starting unit because he realized, wait a minute, LaMelo is the third overall pick and he's the future star. Let me be a friend to him. Let me get him involved.
Right.
Maybe I may not get traded. That was smart because Devontae, he acts like his shit don't stink, and he's having horrible shooting games.
Right.
He's taking more shots. This is how weird this team is. James Borrego will create more plays for Devontae Graham than most times than Rozier. That should never happen.
Mm.
That's when you know something is going on behind the scenes, like the brother said.
Right. Well, what's your thoughts, King?
Same. I'm gonna echo DJ's comments for sure, man. What I'm seeing in Charlotte right now is a coach who just really he got to get out of his own way, right? I was so frustrated about they just won this last game versus Orlando, but before that, I was so frustrated. It was getting to a point where it was becoming unacceptable. You got a young star coming off the bench, putting up numbers. Yeah, he had a couple of turnovers, but was that really on him? Did anybody else see Cody Zeller out there dropping passes, looking like a scrub off the bench? I mean, ultimately, what I'm saying is it's a lot of politics going on behind the scenes with this team. I know Devontae Graham's in a contract year. James Borrego, quit it. Just stop. The fans are getting to a point where it's almost becoming illogical. Just really get out of your own way. That's all I'm going to say on that topic. I know you're about to wrap things up, but it's definitely time for Melo to shine.
Okay, that great points on both of y'all. And one last question: it is Super Bowl season, and my boy DJ Raw Uncut. We already know he don't play about that football either. Anybody want to know about some NFL content? DJ providing all of that. You understand? So talk to me about the Super Bowl. We got Brady. We got the Chiefs. This seems like a heavyweight clash of the Titans when it comes to the best quarterbacks we've seen from generation to the next. You know, who wins the Super Bowl in Tampa?
Since there's not going to be any, if you watch the earlier game against the Chiefs and Tampa Bay, you will understand why I would say the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know it's postseason. I know things are different. But what I saw in that game, because it was a blowout,
right?
They had no one has an answer to slow down Tyreek Hill, but to do good enough. They don't have a player that can guard them good enough.
Right.
That's what you got to do with the Chiefs. You got to have someone to guard him good enough. You know he's going to get his plays.
Right. What about keep going, continue.
But ultimately, Patrick Mahomes is the more advanced Aaron Rodgers. That's like another level. So until the Kansas City Chiefs are beaten, like I see them beaten, they're the favorite to win this.
Right. I feel you. But what about you touching on receivers? What about the plethora of receivers that's coming out of Tampa Bay? Damn, do I need to list off the names? I mean, you got Antonio, you got Mike goddamn Evans, catching shit like old Ben Wallace grabbing boards. You got Godwin, you got Gronkowski at the tight end. I mean,
that's a lot of heat.
That's what I'm trying to say. What do you think about that receiving core?
Well, in past Super Bowls, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the team that got talent and a lot of talent. Right. But the other team across from them, they got the Hall of Fame coach and a young stud, a top-notch offensive line, talented safeties in the Honey Badger and Thornhill, rising young corner that is a rookie that played from Louisiana Tech. Just a system. They've been to a Super Bowl. Now, Tom Brady has been to a lot of them. This will be its 10th Super Bowl. But are they going to protect Brady?
That's the question.
That's the question. Because Chris Jones and company, they're better than the Packers D-line, in my opinion.
Right. It's definitely an underrated defense in Kansas City. They don't get enough credit.
No, they do not get enough credit. That D-line is fierce for KC.
Right.
And if they don't protect Brady, it's going to be trouble.
Shout
out to Bernie.
Well, what's your thoughts, King, on the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mahomes. He got that up and coming, flair. I like his game. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Keep it simple. I was
Yeah.
talking to my man earlier, and he was saying that Brady, it was a perfect story, right? 10 Super Bowls. But overall, right now, I just going with my gut. I'm gonna go with KC and leave it at that. How about you, Flight?
I'm going with Tampa Bay. I'm going, I just feel like, just the storybook ended like you said, and like I said, I just can't bet on Brady, man. I think he's gonna find a way to beat Patrick Mahomes. I believe it. I just believe they just possess the man. I feel like he's playing like a man possessed right now, and like I said, I just can't see him losing in the Super Bowl in Tampa. Come on now. I think Tom Brady might have a coming out party. I think he gonna match Mahomes. Like I said, obviously he don't got the arm like Mahomes, but he got those weapons, and I think at the end of the day he gonna be. I just think the man is possessed. I can't go against Brady right now. I'm sorry. That's just my thoughts, man. But what I want to say is I definitely appreciate King, you coming by, stopping by, and chatting with me today. I'm gonna be working in a little while. I got some more content coming tonight. Definitely I want to definitely shout out to DJ's Raw and Uncut for taking his time, to come down here to Flight Sports TV and politic with us, talk basketball. Hopefully, this is the beginning of an endless partnership with the new media, Flight Sports TV. And any shout outs before you get out of here, DJ?
Yeah, shout out to new media. Shout out to the new media family. Like I said, new media is a family. We're all in this together. And shout out to you two brothers, man. You and Cam, man. You guys got something going on. Just keep at it. Keep making videos, and it will stack. Trust me. Put your tags in, make the videos, and just keep building on that and never give up. I'm gonna tell you a story. There was a YouTuber. I'm not gonna say this name, but I had like 300 subs, but they liked my content. They could tell it was growing, and it was like, man, keep it up. Keep up the great content. I was like, hey, man, can you bring me on your show? I got a lot of good viewpoints. And guess what he told
What
me?
is that?
He said, man, maybe if you get your subs up, then we'll bring you on the show. Now, I could have really went hood on that moment, but I use it as motivation because I just did this for a hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm telling people I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to get these subs. And right now the channel's doing well. So when people count you out, keep pushing forward, keep your faith in God, and anything can happen. If you want to dream to get to 100 million or even not 100 million, 100,000 or even a million, you can do that if you push it forward, try new things. That's how you get, I mean, staying the same is not how you go forward on YouTube. You gotta try things. You gotta make sure things are catchy and keep believing. And if you believe, you can achieve. And that's all I have to say.
All right. King, any shout outs?
Special shout out to both of y'all. Pleasure for having me on the show. It's always a good time. I'm happy we can
Yeah.
talk some hoops, and that's it.
Definitely. I appreciate y'all fellas, man, from Ohio to Washington State to Long Island, New York. I appreciate y'all fellas coming through. And I love to all my goddamn viewers and all my subscribers. Shout out everybody. It's Flight Sports TV. We getting up out of here.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Peace.